Hello, good evening, guys. How are you? Hello, Srinjoy. Thanks, Shishya. Gagandip. Okay, so let people join, and today we'll be using. Good. Hi, Udyan. Today we have really nice problems waiting for you, guys. Nice, beautiful problems. And yes, last day you have successfully handled the stress of multiple combinatorics and probability problem. But today I will not give that much pressure on those topics. We will wander around a bit. Okay, I'm fine with that. Let other people join. Good evening. Good evening. Hi, Olivia. Okay, so good evening. Hello, Sorodev. Let's start. So here it comes. Beautiful mathematics seminar. Okay, so the first problem for today, let's say what's there in for the first problem. Oh, it's geometry problem. Good. Let's do some geometry. Yes. So let's write it down. Let's here. Can all of you see the screen? Can all of you see the screen, guys? So we have a square ABCD, which is side length 30. Okay, and P is a point inside the square, so that AP is equal to 12. So let's mark it. Okay, whenever you're given problems like this, please mark AP is equal to 12. Okay, let's write 12 just over here. And BP is equal to 26. Where is BP? It's 26 over here. Centroid of ABP, okay, BCP, CDP, and DAP are vertices of a convex quadrilateral. Okay, good. What is the area of that quadrilateral? Good. So let's try to draw the whole stuff over here. So suppose this is a midpoint of this, 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 this is a midpoint of this. So sort of this. Let me use things over here. Where what things do I have? Let's check 1 second. Oops, there is no line. That's bad. Okay, it's like it's a laser over here. Anyways, I think I have to use this thing only. Anyways, let's do it. This one and this one. Let's say this one. This one is the centered over here. This one is the centered over here. Similarly, this one is centered over here. You can draw the centroids like this. And similarly, you can draw the centroids like this. So you have this sort of centroid, this centroid over here. So let's drop this off, everything. So these are the centroid, let's see. This is a good thing about Google Jamboard is that we can rub off the part we want to rub. Okay. So these are the centroids. And the centroid, what is the area of this centroid that this quadrilateral? The question is asking for that. Okay, what is the area of this quadrilateral? All of you understood this? Maybe coordinates, Prahit. Yeah, centroid is the intersection of medians. You're right, Olivia. Figure of two squares. Can it be done in an easier way, guys? Don't think in a very difficult way. I mean, surely it can be done. Can it be done in an easier way? That's my question. Can it be done in an easier way? Think. AP12 and 26 over here. What can we say about the diagonals? Can we say something about the diagonals? Okay, reflect P, which is P over ABCD from the midpoints. Okay, Saurav is asking me to reflect these points. Okay, let's do reflect it. He's asking to reflect it over here. Let's take some other colors like this. Let's say P is here. P is here again. P is here again. Oops, here it's we have to do something like this. If we join this, what do we get? Saurav? If we join this, what do we get? How to approach after this? Do you think this is similar to this? This is similar to the other quadrilateral. What do you think? Okay, why do you tell so? Why do you think so? I mean, please explain your friends. I mean, they're not being able to understand. So someone told coordinate axis. Coordinate axis. Sure, sure. Coordinate axis is a good way to do it, but I wanted a pure geometrical solution. So can someone tell me what this diagonals this diagonal is it parallel to AD and BC? Okay, let's okay. Anyways, so let's answer my question now. So do you think that this diagonal this is parallel to AD and BC? That's my question. Is it parallel? If yes, why? If no, why? But I didn't get you actually, Sauradev. Can you tell me once again what you're exactly trying to say? This area of the bigger thing is twice the area of this. It's correct because every quadrilateral is being reflected twice. It's sort of opening up. This triangle is reflected here. This triangle is reflected here. So it's twice the area of it. But is this sort of parallel to this? That's my question. Is this line parallel to this line? Think you're on the right track, guys. Hello, guys. What's on your mind? So my question is that is if so Sauradev did what? Sauradev reflected this along to here. Okay, let me take a different color. Sauradev reflected P to here along each of these sides. Okay. So let's say in all these diagrams, let's delete all this. Let's say this P is reflected over here, and this P is reflected over here. Let's say. Now this line is it parallel to this line? That's my question. I have posted two different questions. Is this line parallel to this line? Sure, think. Hmm. Just let me know what's on your mind. I'm waiting. Take a point, reflect it to the opposite side. That means every with respect to P, everything is reflected, sort of. This whole triangle is reflected here, sort of. So this is the, so this angle is equal to this angle. This is theta, say. This is phi, say. So this is 180 degree. You can understand it's 180 degrees. So therefore it passes through this. So it's a line, right? So now the question is that whether this line is sort of perpendicular to that line or is parallel to that line or not. Reflection reflects a point, a whole. Yes, you're right. So that is 90 degree. Theta plus phi, it's 90 degree. Yes. But the question is that whether they're parallel or not. It seems like parallel they are. I told you I gave the hints. Now I'm giving you the hints whether they're parallel or not. That is a hints. So I gave 2 points over here. Okay, let me do it in a, so that it becomes easier for you to understand. Okay, let's like do it like this. So here you are the two centroids, okay? I'm joining it. I'm reflecting the points P out here. P out here. So the question is then whether this line is the red line is parallel to this black line. This red line also rather. That is the question with you. Yeah, that's what I'm asking, no? Yeah, we can surely use coordinate axis. You're right, totally. We can surely, we can actually use coordinate axis, okay? But I'm asking for pure geometry proof. But rather, I'm asking that where is the 12 and 26 required? Is it required somewhere? Side length is 30, it is 12, it is 26. So the area of the square is 900, right? We're multiplying it by 2. No, we have not used this information. That's the idea. We haven't used this information. How to use this information totally? That's the entire point. How to use this information? That's why I'm giving you time to solve it. Rather than if I solve it, then the problem is done. I'm giving you hints to solve it. So is this like the first hint is sort of given by Sorodev that this, okay, anyway, so let's come back to this point that if whether this line is parallel to this line or not. Think about it. Let's say, yeah, you're right, then how do you use that? So center of a triangle is 2/3 of the vertex to the midpoint of the opposite side. You're right. So how do you use that? How do you use that here? You're right, Udayan. How do you use that? That's my question, entire question. Hmm. Can you say something about the diagonals of this? Anything? Can you say something about this? I mean, you are not being able to say something about this smaller rectangle, the smaller quadrilateral over here. Can you say something about it? Which is the right angle? Which is the right angle? This is the right angle. You're right. Then you're almost the right track. What are the ideas, guys? Rise. I want you to solve the problem, guys. Is this two? Are these two lines parallel? Can you prove it? The smaller one is cyclic. Okay, so you got some observation. The smaller, the smaller one is cyclic means which one? Which one? Which one? This one. I mean, tell help me identify the smaller quadrilateral. Which smaller quadrilateral you're talking about? Identify. Which smaller quadrilateral you're talking about? Saurabh? The one connected. Acha. You're telling that this one is sort of um cyclic quadrilateral. Okay, why is that true? Why is that true? See, the proof is simple enough. Okay, the proof is simple enough that they are parallel. Okay, how the proof goes? This is like the how the proof goes. So here it is. Okay, so people have given the example, but they are not being able to identify. See, observe that. What is this? Let's consider this. Let's call this Q. Observe that. Let's call this M and N. So QM by QB is what? 2/3, right? Which is equal to QN by ND. Therefore, what? Therefore, MN is parallel to BD, right? The diagonal. What Saurabh is telling. And now you can prove that this BD is parallel to this bigger one. This BD is parallel to the bigger one, right? All of you understood this proof? Take this triangle. I am marking it as easily as possible. Take this triangle. QNBD, okay? So observe that Qn by Nd is equal to Qm by Mb, right? Which is equal to 2/3. Therefore, NAMM is parallel to BD, right? The diagonal. Observe that by the, if you just reflect P to this side and P to this side perpendicularly, then this line is actually the line parallel to this line. Why? Simple, because this is what? Let's call it theta. This is theta. I can prove it from here that, so if you call it theta, let's not do, let's not do like that. In fact, I mean, if you just try to understand this, this is sort of rectangle, right? So this is 90 degree. So therefore, I mean, okay, so this is a good exercise. So tell me, so how will you prove that these two lines are parallel? Yeah, so why is MN parallel to BD, and now why is this parallel to BD? Tell me. Why is this parallel to BD? Is it actually parallel to BD or not? No, all three lines are parallel. It implies that actually that is a parallelogram, okay? It will turn out that is a parallelogram. It will turn out. That is what we can gaze over here. So, yeah, that's my question is, oh, Dattatreya, QM by MB is equal to 2/3 because a centroid, M is a centroid, it divides the median in 2:3 ratio. Okay, does it seem like BD is parallel to this? Does it seem like that? Are you sure? What is this? This is 45 degree, right? But is this 45 degree? This is not 45 degree. This angle is same as this angle, which may not be 45 degree. Right, Sauradip? So therefore it is not parallel to that. But it is parallel to this. So what we can say? So what we have understood from here, let's understand. So this is the way you should approach a problem. I am showing you step by step how I am approaching the problem, okay? You will fail a lot of times, but at last you will get the idea. So what do you get? You get that the centroid over here is this. In fact, this is 2/3 of this length. Is it 2/3? Let me check. 2, 2, 3. No, it's actually 2/5 of its length. Okay. Anyways, what is the idea is that observe that similarly here, the other two centroid will also be parallel, right? To this line, to this diagonal. The midpoints of each sides is joined, then it forms a square of 5. Midpoint of which sides are joined? So you're sort of saying like this. He's saying midpoints of this is joint, and somewhere here it will be the viscosity ratio like this. He's telling it's a square. Is it a square? Similarly, you can understand this is actually you understand this is actually, so do you understand this length is equal to this length? All of you understood this? So this line is parallel to this, and this line is parallel to this. Therefore, these two are parallel. But observe the ratios. This by this is equal to the same ratio, right? This by this is 2/5, and this by this is 2/5. So therefore, it's the same ratio. Therefore, it's a rectangle, right? Is it a rectangle? May not be a rectangle. Let's see what it is. So the opposite two sides are equal. So it's you can actually say it can be a parallelogram, right? Why it's a square? Sure. So observe this black line is parallel to this line. MN say, and let's call this PQ. We have observed that MN is parallel to BD, okay? Now observe that PQ is parallel to BD by the same logic. And their sort of ratios are same, right? PQ by this is same as this by this because the centroid divide ratio in the same. Therefore, MN must be equal to PQ in terms of length. Similarly, MP must be equal to NQ in terms of length. So my question is it a rectangle or a parallelogram? All of you understanding this? So it's a parallelogram. Now what's next? How will you approach this next? How will you approach this next? Is it a rectangle? That's also another question. So observe this very carefully what we have got. So we have got this is the square cut diagonal, okay? Square cut diagonals over here. And what we have got, let's see. We have got the lengths to be like this. Parallel to this. So this parallel to this, and this parallel to this, parallel to this. Can you tell me something about this? That means this is 90 degree. This must be 90 degree. Right? This must be a rectangle. Also, understanding this subtle idea. These two lines are parallel to each the corresponding diagonals. The diagonals are 90 degree length because it's a square. Therefore, this is also 90 degree length, right? So therefore, it's a rectangle. All of you understood this? It's very simple and very beautiful. Very subtle points, lot of subtle points out here, okay? You have to notice that slowly. So what we have got from here? We have got that it's actually a rectangle. Now what's next? So why it is 10 root 2? Can you tell me, Udayan? Why is this 10 root 2? Oh, Did you understand it's a parallelogram? First of all, did you understand it's a parallelogram? Dattatreya? So why is it 10 root 2? Can you tell me, Udayan? Midpoints joining. Okay, 15 root 2. Okay, but that, I mean, how does that help over here? So what is A min is to BD? What is A min is to BD? This is 2/3, right? So therefore, A min, this length, let's call it X, and D, let's call diagonal D. Therefore, X by D must be equal to 2 by 5. Therefore, X must be equal to 2/5 of D. Now, what is the diagonal length? Diagonal length of 30 is 2 by 5 into 30 root 2. That is 12 root 2. Am I doing something wrong? 2 by 5th of the whole thing. It's coming out to 12 root 2, right? And this is, let's see this one. It's also coming up to, am I doing something wrong? Okay, so essentially what's the idea is that 3/5, why? Now wait, this smaller triangle, this is twice, it's the length are 2x, right? All of them are 2 sort of. Not 2, I mean 2, twice the idea, and the whole thing is 5, right? Am I doing something wrong, or am I doing something wrong? Why 3/5? I didn't get you. Okay, you're telling this is sort of twice into this, but it's 3:2 ratio, right? But sort of, I didn't get your answer. Like it's 10 to 2 because quadrant needs 2/3 of the square having side 15 root 2. Okay, so did you understand this? That both the diagonals have same length. Therefore, this must be a square, right? Because the diagonals are reduced down, are sort of dilated in the same ratio. So this must be a square. So this must be a square, right? No, the idea is this one, guys. Understand this very carefully. That this is a rectangle, but this side is sort of take this one. So this side is sort of same as 2/5 of this diagonal, right? Or is it this diagonal? What do you think? What do you think, guys? Tell me. No, by what? Why we are doing the 2/300 fact? Like, why is it 2/3 of the whole thing? That's my question. I mean, we need to explain it in that manner. Why it's 2/3 of the whole thing by joining the midpoint. So what he's telling is the following, okay? And there is no shortcut in mathematics, okay? You should be giving me proper logic. And many things can be written over the internet as solutions, but you must be giving me proper logic. That's your job. So he is telling that this is a square. Now why it is 2/3 of that? If we haven't used it, why it is 2/3 of that? You are correct, but tell me the logic. Is 2/3 of that because or like this? Let's take an example. So he's telling that it's 2/3 of this because of the following reason. So let's join these sides. So what we got from here? This is the centroid, this is a centroid. Observe it very carefully now. He's telling now that this is the midpoint, okay, of the two sides. We join the midpoint. This is the centroid, this is a centroid. And what we got from here? That this must be this by this. What is this length? Can you tell me? This by this. This is becoming 2/3 of it, right? So that's what Udayan is telling. So this is sort of what? This length is 15 root 2. And therefore this length must be, if you join this length is 15 root 2. Therefore this length must be 10 root 2. What is the MTP? Yeah, midpoint, not midpoint theorem, but sort of midpoint theorem. It's a part of the size similarity. All of you understood this idea? Oh, that's why I was doing extremely wrong stuff. You should be telling me I was doing that wrongly totally. It is divided in the 1:2 ratio. That's why it was not coming up. It must be 2/3 over here. So essentially it's done only here only. It divides in 1:2 ratio, not 2:1, 2:3 ratio. So that was my mistake and your mistake too. So don't make this type of mistakes, okay? So yeah, it also came like this manner also. It's 1:2 ratio, right? So it's 2:1. Yeah, it's 1/3. 1 is 1/3. So therefore, it 10/10√2. All of you understood this idea? In fact, you could have done from diagonal only. So this is length is what? It's 1/3 of the whole diagonal length, right? With the whole diagonal length is therefore 30√2. Therefore, it's 10√2. All of you understood this? So you should not make this mistake. It's 2/3 of the whole thing, okay? The whole length. It's 1:2 is the ratio. Okay, don't make this kind of mistakes. All of you understood this idea? But it was a good problem. No, intuition doesn't work here always, Udayan. You may be doing MCQ and give the right or correct option, but you are not being able to give the proper proof. Proof is much more important because that's why you're doing mathematics and not something else. You're not doing guessing games over here. You're not playing lottery. So you have to do mathematics over here. So you have to prove it. Intuition works only in understanding how to approach a problem. The proof is the first idea. We didn't require it. That was given to confuse you, okay? The problem was really good. How did you like the problem, guys? Okay, let's do the last problem of today. Let's do some functional equation idea. It's a really interesting problem. Okay, it was really good. Yeah, I'm in college. Yep. Let's try out this problem. See, why this problem solving of Cheenta discussion is different from others and other problem solving classes that we usually do in our courses or whatever other videos we upload. Yeah, I'm in ISI. So this I help you. Yeah, see the understand. You have to understand this. I applied all different methods. Okay, I wanted to make sure that it doesn't seem like I am doing it using hints I know. Okay, it must seem much more approachable. The problem must be approachable. Okay, because I must make you confident at the end of the day. That's my part of the teacher. Okay, so I must show you the path of how to approach a problem. So I'm taking therefore much time to show you that how we are approaching the problems. Okay, that's why it's taking time. Yeah, I am receiving the messages late. You're right, Ramakrishna. Okay, let's try out this problem, guys. Okay, don't worry, these problems are hard for you. That's why they're given. You should accustom yourself for them. Okay, so let's focus on this problem, guys. A function is defined recursively like f of 1 equal to f of 2 equal to 1. And there's a recurrence relation given that Fn equal to Fn minus 1 minus Fn minus 2. So how do you do it? That's the question. How do you solve this problem then? The class starts at 7 p.m. Shagnik. Sure. So okay, to all the students, I want to so this you must understand, okay, guys. So don't be disheartened by this. I'm also referring to Ajay also. So if you're preparing for ISI focused, there are some lots of disadvantages. Okay. In fact, if you're preparing for exam focused, there are lots of disadvantages. Okay. So suppose we have 100 students in Cheenta. Let's say we have 31 students in Cheenta who are really good. Okay. I'm assuming. And or say 51 students in Cheenta who are really doing good and giving the exam of ISI. Out of those 51, at most 50 can get into ISI. Okay. So what will happen to the another one person who has really prepared well and didn't get into ISI? His or her life will be doomed, right? According to you. So the idea is that whenever you are thinking about exams, try to think about exams and exams preparation 3 months prior to that, okay? Before that, enjoy the math problem solving. That is the idea. Okay. So let's see, people have tried to understand it very well. So let's try to understand it. So let's write it down, okay? Let's simply write it down. F of 3 is equal to f of 2 minus f of 1 plus 3. F of 4 is equal to f of 3 minus f of 2 plus 4. Dot. F of 2018 is equal to f of 2017 minus f of 2016 plus 2018. So observe that I add it up, all of this. This gets cancelled. This gets cancelled. This get cancelled. So what else? All of this will get cancelled. So what is left? Or is it all of this will get cancelled? That's the idea. Is it all of that will be getting cancelled? Is it so? Yes. So what will be getting? Simple stuff. So f of 2018 is f of 1 plus 3 plus dot 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 2018. 0? One second. Yeah, all of you understood this? Any doubts? Now what is f of 1? F of 1 is given to be 1, right? So it's 3 plus dot 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 that thing, right? So what you need to add? You need to add 1 plus 2 plus 3 dot 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 2018 minus 1 is there, we add 3, so minus 4. It's 2018 times 2019 by 2 minus 4. It's simple problem, right? Did I do something wrong? Yeah, minus 1, you're right. So minus f of 1. It is wrong. Wait, let me see if it's. I think I have somewhere messed it up. Where is it wrong? Minus 2f of 2016 is getting cancelled here, right? Oh, let's see. Oh, I think let's see once again. Okay, so 3 2 minus 1, then again 4 3 minus 2. Let's check it. Okay, 5 4 minus 3. It's getting cancelled. You're right. I did it wrong. 6 5 minus 4. Yes, so there's an extra part over here. Yes, you're right. So if you dot 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 2018, if you do that, that will be 2017 minus 2016. So this thing getting cancelled. You're right. Right. I did it wrong. I am so sorry. So therefore, I understand it. Yes. So therefore, we are getting that f of 3 plus f of 4. So that was wrong. I hope all of you understood that where we did wrong. we cancelled it lot many times. Okay, that's the idea. So what do we get over here? Observe it very carefully. So replace this by f of this. F of 5, f of this. So correspondingly you get the following things. But the idea is that, so what will you get? Let's see. You will get, so these things get cancelled, these things, all of this get cancelled. Minus 2016 also get cancelled. So it turns out that f of 3 plus f of 4 plus dot 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 f of 2018 is equal to f of 2017 minus f of 1 plus 3 plus dot 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 2018. Is this correct? I guess so. Is this correct? Is this correct? Is this correct? Is this not correct? Not correct is a wrong word. Yeah, I think. No, it's not so easy. Oh, the class will end after some time. Don't, I mean, Shagnik, the class starts at 7 p.m. Okay? You're a student of Cheenta, Shagnik? Is this correct? Have I done it correctly? Equation is misplaced. What mistake did I do here? What mistake did I do here? Oh, okay. So that there must be some errors over there. It starts at 7 p.m. I will ask them to change it from next time. Acha, all of you understood this? What? Anyone? Please help me complete the problem. It's your problem, right? Complete the problem and then you will be free for today. Two 2017 gets cancelled. I am just thinking about that. Two 2017 doesn't get cancelled, right? Okay, so how will you approach this problem now then? Now what's next? How will you do it? F of 2018 is what? So we are sort of getting that this is cancelling out each other. So we are sort of getting that f of n, so it's sort of f1 plus dot 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 fn minus 2 minus f of 2 is missing, right? That is fn. So we are getting that fn is equal to f1 plus f2 plus dot 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 fn minus 2 this minus f of 2. So f of 2018 can be written as f1 plus dot 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 f of 2018 18 minus f1 plus dot 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 f of 2017, right? Oops, this is getting complicated. Um, no, f of, okay, f of, wait. F of 2017 cancels on the right hand side. That is true, na? We can solve that, but how will you solve this now? That's a bigger question. Think about it, think about it. Am I doing everything correctly? I guess I'm doing correctly. Wait. Let me think a bit. Yeah, pattern is coming already. You have to prove ultimately, right? Yeah. What do I get? Tell me, Kanishka, I'm hearing. What is the proof? So 2017 gets cancelled. That's true. So I'm thinking that how to tackle this now. F of 2018, initial statement. What is the initial statement? Okay. Let's see. I mean, Sauradev got a pattern, okay, and by that pattern we can easily find that. That's really easy. But there's some another pattern. Want to see the beauty of it? Let's check it. Okay. So observe this very carefully, okay? That Fn is equal to what? Fn minus 1 minus Fn minus 2 क्या हुआ? Plus n, right? Now Fn minus 1 is what? Fn minus 2 minus Fn minus 3, right? Plus n minus 1. So if you just subtract this, what do you get from here? You get Fn minus 3 is equal to Fn minus 2 minus of Fn minus 1 plus n minus 1. Rub this equation off now. Now if we add these two, what do we get? We get that Fn plus Fn minus 3 is equal to 2n minus 1. Right? So now it becomes really easy. Now it becomes really easy. Also understood this simple step? So therefore 2020 का modulo क्या है? 2013, right? 2019 modulo 3. So for 0, so there was no 0 for 1. So f of 4 is equal to what? Twice into 4 minus 1 minus f of 1. F of 7 is equal to twice into 7 minus 1 minus f of 4. So by this method you can find what? F of 2020, which is equal to twice into 2020 minus 1 minus f of 2017. So by this method it should be alternatively, okay? That's the idea. So f of 7 will be turning out to be what? Now you do this, complete this, okay? It's now easy. Oh, 2018? Oh, I'm so sorry. Similarly, you do it for 2018. For 2018, we will start from f of 2 because 2018 is congruent to 2 modulo 3. Then we will start from f of 2. All of you understood this? Any doubts? Oh, okay, dear, like, okay. So, I mean, I don't want to bring in mod over here, okay. So, it means that observe that it is like a difference of 3, right? So, what is happening here is that, so it's 2 plus 3. So, essentially, 218 is equal to 2. I mean, it leaves a remainder 2 that divided by 3. Therefore, we start with 3 and we start with 2 and keep on adding 3 till we get 2018. That's the idea, Gagandip. I mean, Congress showed though. I mean, it's sort of 2 and then we are adding 3 because 2018 is sort of from 2 plus 3 into something. And forget congruence. I thought that it just came out of what habit. Okay, I mean nothing else. I'm sorry for that. All of you understood this now? Okay, so bye bye and good night. See you in the next class. And okay, next week there will be no class because there is puja holiday. What do you need to understand, Shagnik? So we will see you next week. What do you need to understand, Shagnik? Yeah, just check it, okay? I mean, you can easily check it. My pleasure. We can do. Let's see what happens in the future. I'm not sure. Good night. Oh, don't forget about the mod part, Shagni. Okay, think as if that it is 2018. Okay, 2018 is leaves a remainder 2 when divided by 3. So you start with 2 and we keep on adding 3 because it's fn equal to fn. So idea is that we are sort of connecting fn and fn minus 3, right? So sort of we can connect 2 and 5, 5 and 8. So essentially we are sort of no we cannot we are sort of seeing multiples of 3 and adding 2 for this. So that is the idea. Oh no, we cannot do it twice a week, thrice a week. I mean, maybe not. I am not sure. Most probably not. But in the future, we will think about it. Bye. Good night.